ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा।
तुम यहाँ के बैठो बेटा, क्यों सिट हियर। Hare Krishna. So today is Gita Jayanti.
Hari
The day when Bhagavad Gita was spoken. Sit here, face me. So today we will build some meditations on the Bhagavad Gita. Is that all right? Everybody okay on the Bhaktisastri session?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.
Hari Bol.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम अलगु श्रील प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव।
You have reached the results of audience.
Hare Krishna. So we will keep it short today. let us discuss on how significant is this day for us, and what does it mean to us in our lives, right? So today is actually the day when the Gita was spoken, 5,000 years back, right on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Uh, the greatest war, right? We were discussing this, I think, last week. The greatest war which ever took place on the planet Earth, right, uh, was about to begin. Right? What was the size of the armies of the Pandavas and the Kauravas? Anybody knows?
Millions.
The exact number? Akshahoni, right? Akshahoni. 24 Akshahoni was the size of the Kauravas. And I believe about 12 Akshahoni was the size of the army of the Pandavas. And it is said that Akshahoni was like so many numbers of elephants, so many numbers of horses, so many numbers of people on the ground, so many Maharathis, right, which runs into like millions and millions of people, right? So huge armies. In fact, it is said that every country, every city, every state participated in this particular war. Everybody, right? So it's like a world war. When there's a world war, every country will participate. Right? So this was the setting, right? This big war is going to begin, which will actually literally like wipe out from the face of Earth hundreds and thousands of people, millions of people, right? Will be wiped out. And in fact, it is explained that after the war, like during the war and at the end of the war, there were actually rivers of blood flowing. And in these rivers of blood, there were arms that were cut, they were floating, legs that were cut, heads that were cut, that were floating in these rivers of blood. So like a very ghastly scene, right? It's not like, sometimes we get scratched in the finger and some blood comes out and we become very fearful, right? Isn't it? You say, oh, blood, right? Just imagine what kind of a scene this was about to create. And here is the leader of the world. Like right now we have leaders like Trump and all these people, right? Who are just incapable people, right? We're fortunate to have Narendra Modi. So that's one exception to the Kali Yuga. But apart from that, the leaders of the world nowadays are incapable. Like they may be good business people, but they are not good politicians. Or they may be good politicians as business people, but then they don't have control over their senses. All kind of khichdi, right? Or just somebody, who's not fit to be the leader is appointed. Like, I was hearing that many people just voted Donald Trump because they were just thought somebody we have to vote, right? So let's just put this guy. But no, here is a very, very capable personality who is all-rounder, right? Who's that person?
Supreme Lord.
Who's that person?
Supreme Personality.
Who's that person?
Krishna.
Arjuna. Arjuna is a leader, right? And Arjuna was all-rounder, right? He was a good politician, he was good Kshatriya, he was a good administrator, he was a yogi. Arjuna was a yogi, right? Arjuna was a yogi. And he was a very compassionate person, such a well-rounded personality. As a leader, he is analyzing this whole situation, a decision which will, on one hand, could mean the lives of thousands of hundreds of thousands of millions of people. He is the decision maker. He is like it's like this, that sometimes we see in the movies that they had this some villain or demonic person. He has like control over some very lethal weapons, and he's sitting in his like control room, and then he's going to press this button, and if he presses this button, then this missile will go off, which will like wipe off a city, right? Can you visualize what I'm saying, right? You have seen those, right? This button. So Arjuna had that button in his hands. If he presses this button, war will start. If he doesn't, adharma will take over the world. Right? Emotions are just coming on the rise, that if I don't do this, it'll be, what an injustice. Please understand, Arjuna was not like an ignorant person or just a very weak person that he got scared. Oh, maybe, I might lose. He knew it all. Do you think Arjuna did not know the atrocities and the adharmic nature of the Kauravas? Do you think he kind of forgot at that point? He saw it all. He was in there. He was in that arena where Draupadi was going to be insulted. He was in there. What? And not just once, so many times, watching and experiencing the injustices done upon him and his brothers and his wife and the people of the world again and again. You see? So this wasn't like he just thought, he just forgot, and he just, became a little bit compassionate. No, this is a very, very serious affair. And look at the stature of Arjuna. He was like fearless, very powerful, very, very powerful Kshatriya. Right? And what are Kshatriyas? It is explained that Kshatriya blood is such that even when a 5-year-old Dhruva got insulted, 5-year-old, please understand, a 5-year-old child, you insult a 5-year-old child, he just says, starts playing with toys. 5-year-old Dhruva was insulted by his stepmother, and he was fuming in anger so much so that he said, I am going to get a kingdom larger than the kingdom of Brahma. That's Kshatriya blood. That was the blood flowing in the veins of Arjuna. Right? What is the Kshatriya blood? When Bhima saw that Duryodhan instructed Dushasan, he took a vow. He said, I will rip your arm off and drink the blood. That's Kshatriya. Same blood is in Arjuna. So on one hand, he has this type of intense, yearning to wipe off the, unjust people from the planet. On the other hand, he's thinking so many people will die. I'll be the cause. Is it really worth it? The Vaishnava within Arjuna kicked in. It was a big decision. Big decision here, please understand. Sometimes we have our decisions in life, right? Where we have to, today, which job should I pick up? Your decision, right? And we think, "Arey, how many lives will be affected? Probably nobody."
Hari.
Right? Because we'll continue to bring, salary checks and the family will continue to be fed. It's just instead of $1 million after 5 years, I might actually end up with 1.5. Those are our tough decisions in life, right? So sometimes like, today, should I go to the program or not? If I don't go, then I can sit at home and relax a little bit. And, if I go, then it'll be nice and fun. What do I do? Right? Or sometimes a little bit more difficult decisions. Oh, this devotee did something to me, and how should I respond? Sometimes our Kshatriya, that little teeny bacteria Kshatriya sitting in our blood, wakes up, and we're like, I will, respond to this, and I will take revenge. Right? We have all these kinds of decisions in our lives, but unfortunately, we are so weak that even these decisions put us in stress. Right? Even these decisions, these small things put us in stress. Right?
This itself is very big for us.
This itself is like a... So, please understand that Bhagavad Gita was spoken when the best of the human being, in the most difficult time of his life, is wanting to make that right decision. Bhagavad Gita is spoken to help Arjun make the right decision. Right? Sarvo Upanishada Gao Dogada Gopala Nandana Partha Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gitamritam Mahat. What does that mean? Anybody knows the translation? Yes. Yes. Anybody? Anybody on the Hangouts? Please, all devotees on the Hangout, don't hang out. Please hang in. We all want to hang in together. Outside is very cold. Yes. Sarvo. What do you mean by Sarvo? All. Upanishada.
Upanishads.
What are Upanishads? They are the instructive books in the Vedas, right? Right? Upanishad. How many Upanishads are there? 108. Right? Kali Santarana Upanishad, Gita Upanishad, Kata Upanishad, Shveta Shvatara Upanishad, different Upanishads. All geared for what purpose? What is the purpose of the Upanishads? Upanishads. What is the purpose of these Upanishads? To teach us how to make money? Or to guide us in how to, have a better life?
How to join Krishna.
To-
knowledge to join Krishna.
To basically help further spiritual knowledge, cultivate spiritual knowledge. That's the purpose of Upanishads. So Upanishads, Sarvo Upanishads, all these Upanishads, Gao, what do you mean by Gao? Sing. Gao. Sarvo Upanishad Gao. What do you mean by this?
Sing all Upanishads.
Yes.
Read all the Upanishads.
Cow, like all the Upanishads condensed, like a cow milk Krishna
No,
is
just
giving
the
to
one
Arjuna.
line. What do you mean by Sarvo Upanishada Gao? I just am looking at this one line right now.
Okay.
Being best of all the Upanishads.
So we'll come to it a little later. Let's put it on the
Mm-hmm.
blackboard or board, parking lot, as we say, right? In our corporate lingo.
Read all the Upanishad, bro.
No,
Sing all the Upanishad. Sing all the Upanishad.
We have put this sentence on the parking lot. Sarvo Upanishada Gao. We'll come back to it at a little later, okay?
Okay.
Dogda. What do you mean by Dogda? Dogda. 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 Dogd. Dogd.
milking.
It's not kha. Dog. Dogdha. Dog.
Is Bada, right?
Okay, no problem. We'll put it on the parking lot. Dogda Gopalanandana. Who is Gopalanandan?
Krishna.
Dogda Gopalanandana. Partha
Arjuna.
Arjuna,
Arjuna. Vatsa.
Son.
like a calf.
Mani Prabhu. Close the book. Mani Prabhu is looking for the verse in Gita, so he can take the shortcut and cut, answer all the questions. Dogda Gopalananda. Partho Vatsa. What do you mean by Vatsa?
Son.
No,
Vatsa.
like a
Vatsa.
child, calf.
Child. Yeah.
Vatsa. Vatsa Parampadam. Vatsa. Vatsa means a calf.
Calf.
Child. Baby cow. Baby bull. Vats is a calf. So Sanskrit is a language which can have one word can have different meanings, but Vatsa is typically referred to as calf. And Vats also could mean subject. Or Vats could also mean like student. Right? But in this context, it is Vatsa is calf. Partho Vatsa. Sudhir Bhokta. Right? Sudhir. Sudhir. Sudhir.
Good.
Sudhirga means long. Sudhir.
What do you mean by dhi? Dhi. Dhi. Dhi.
It's fixed.
Dhi means intelligence. Dha, dhi, dha. Medha, sumedha, dhi. Right? Sudhir. Dhir means one who is intelligent.
Good.
Sumedha, alpamedha, dhi, sudhir. Sudhir means intelligent people. Sudhir bhokta. Bhokta means audience. Bhokta. Sudhir bhokta. Partho vatsa sudhir bhokta. Dogdha Gopalanandana. Partho vatsa sudhir bhokta. Dugdham. What do you mean by dugdham? Dugdham. It's not kha, it's ga. Dukhadam nahi hai wo. Dugdham.
What is next word?
Huh?
What is next word?
Dugdham Gitamritam. Gitamrit. What do you mean by Gitamrit?
Gita is like
Gita Amrit. Nectar of Gita. Gitamrit Mahat. Top. Right? So now let us put it together again and let us see. Sarvo Upanishadagao Dogda Gopalanandana Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitam Mritam Mahat. All the Upanishads. So let us, I'll give you a clue which will help you to solve some other words properly. There is a mention of a calf in this. Why? Why this mention of calf, Sundari, in this verse? What does calf do?
It's,
It gets the milk out of cow.
Gita out of it.
Right. So, what is the meaning of dugdam now?
Extra.
Milk. Dugdam is milk. Dugdam. Doodh. Doodh. You know what is doodh?
Milk.
Doodh. Dugdam. So dugdam is milk. Dugdam Gitam Mritam Mahat. Dogda. What do you mean by dogda? Milking.
Milking.
Dogdam. Gopal Nandan. What does Gopal Nandan do?
Will milk the cows.
Milk the cows. Dogda Gopala Nandana. So Gopal Nandan is milking the cow. Partho Vatsa. Who drinks the milk?
Arjuna.
Arjuna. Arjuna drinks the milk?
Like a calf.
Yes.
Calf drinks the milk.
Also like a calf.
Partha Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gita Mritam. So what this verse is saying, this is very important verse. All the Upanishads are singing the glories. Sarva Upanishad Gao. All the Upanishads are singing the glories of whom? Gita Upanishad. Why they are singing the glories of Gita Upanishad? Because this Gita Upanishad is actually personally being milked. Milk. Who's milking this Gita Upanishad? This cow of the Vedas. This cow of the Vedas. The cow is compared to the Vedas. The entire literatures of Vedic encyclopedia, right? The Vedas, Puranas, the Upanishads, everything. There's a cow. Just imagine a big cow of Vedas. And what is the essence of the cow? Is the milk. So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is personally milking. Dogdam Gitam, Dogda Gopala Nandana. He is milking the cow of the Vedas. And from this cow of the Vedas, what is coming out? Milk is coming out. What is this milk?
Knowledge.
Nectar. Nectar.
Gita Amrit is coming from this milk, this cow of the Vedas. Gita Amrit is coming. And who's drinking this Gita Amrit?
Arjuna.
Partha has become like a calf and he's drinking this milk. Right? And Sudhir Bhokta, after Partha, after Krishna, after Arjuna has drunk the milk, the Gita Amrit, this Gita Amrit is now available for intelligent class of people. Just as after the cow is done drinking milk, then the milk is given to everybody else, the rest of the humanity. Similarly, this Bhagavad Gita is actually the essence of the Vedas. It's a nutshell. Our lives are so crazy, we don't have time today. We don't have half an hour a week to actually read books or hear about Krishna. 1 hour, we don't have time to hear about Krishna. Is it? So, where is the question of reading the Vedas? Right? When we started reading Srimad Bhagavatam in the Sunday program, I was telling somebody that there are 18,000 shlokas in Srimad Bhagavatam. Kab padenge? Right? The Vedas, the Puranas, they're like thousands and thousands and thousands of shlokas. Where is the time to read all that? So Kali Yuga people are not meant for all these deep studies of Vedas. So Krishna knew that. Krishna says, let me give you essence. Let me give you the nectar. Essence is Bhagavad Gita. So this Bhagavad Gita, which is actually being glorified by all the Upanishads, Sarva Upanishad Gao. This Bhagavad Gita was spoken to Arjuna. Why? To help solve the greatest problem of his life. Greatest problem of his life was solved when Krishna gave this nectar of Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So please understand, this Bhagavad Gita is not some kind of it's a nice spiritual book to read and maja aayega. No. This is actually our saving grace. When actually one reads Bhagavad Gita, one can become a world scholar just by reading Bhagavad Gita. And actually, please understand, it's not about just studying the Sanskrit of the Bhagavad Gita or reading the Sanskrit of the Bhagavad Gita or reading the words of the Bhagavad Gita. It is actually to hear it from in proper disciplic succession. In proper sampradaya. Like I told somebody, I said, oh, read Bhagavad Gita. We are reading Bhagavad Gita every week. We go here, we go there, we read. No. Proper Guru Shishya Parampara, proper sampradaya from a bona fide spiritual master. Then the Bhagavad Gita will actually, you will be able to write commentaries on the Vedas if you read Bhagavad Gita. You know that? If you understand Bhagavad Gita properly, you can write commentary on the Vedas. You can write. So easy. So we have to approach Bhagavad Gita as our solution to all the problems. How many times you have had a problem in the last 1 year and you thought that, okay, let me revert to Bhagavad Gita. Let me seek shelter. Let me consult my guide Bhagavad Gita. You know, in school and colleges, when we were studying and we would have exams, we would have those like guides, right? Important questions guide, something like that. And then the moment we would think of, let me look at the guide. This is the guide. How many times we did that? Let me check, Prabhu. Did you try that? 0. Huh? You just forget. We just forget. We think, Gita is there when Gita we have to read when we go to the program. Program mein read karenge. Right? But that's not for program or that's not for shell. That's for actually consulting. It's for taking guidance. Because this knowledge, Krishna personally gave it, personally handed over. Personally, Krishna has to come and give that. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita in the 4th chapter, Krishna saying that I gave this knowledge to the sun god Vivaswan, now I am giving it to you. This is Bhagavad. So we have to actually carry Bhagavad Gita with us everywhere. Carry it everywhere with us. And whenever we run into any trouble, any decision making has to be done, open the Bhagavad Gita, start reading it. This is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. But of course, the better thing to do is to assimilate the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and take it in our head. So it is always available. Always available. That's the best thing to do. That's why our lives we have to be so well versed in Bhagavad Gita that we should be able to say, okay, what is the verse on the mind? That the mind is very fickle. What is the verse? Huh?
Chanchalam hi mana Krishna.
Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pamati balavadrinam tasyaham nigram manye vayurevasa dushkaram. Immediately. Then what is the solution Krishna is giving?
And for the detachment and
Asamshayam hi mahabaho mana durni graham chalam. Right? You mahabaho, man is like that. But abhyasen tu konteya vairagya tu uchyate. By practice and detachment, one can actually control the mind. How many times we remember this verse during our japa?
0.
Japa is the best time when we experience this shloka. This shloka comes to life. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna. Pramati balabhadradam. Right? I can write complicated codes in my computer program, Krishna, but I cannot control my mind. Right? If some of us have to speak this shloka, Arjun is saying, I can control the wind. We will say, I can write codes. Right? I can take business decisions, but I cannot. Or somebody who's a doctor, he can say, I can do complicated surgery, but I cannot control. Right? Practical application of Gita. And then what is Krishna saying? You write. I understand you can write code. But by practice and detachment, you can control the mind as well. If somebody says, please tell me about soul from Bhagavad Gita, what will you say? What is the first shloka that comes to the mind when we think about Nainam Chindanti Shastrani is the first shloka comes to you? Okay. What is the rest part of the shloka?
Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Bhavati Pavakaha.
Nainam Dahati Pavaka,
Nainam Dahati Pavaka.
Na Chainam Kledyantapo, Na Shosheti Maruta. Any other shlokas come to you in respect to the soul?
Natvevaham
Yes.
jatunasham.
Natvaivaham, loudly Mataji.
Natvevaham jatunasham natvam neme janadipa nachaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayam matah param.
Wonderful. Never was there a time when you did not exist, I did not exist, and nor these kings. We all have existed eternally. We will continue to exist. What a relief-giving shloka, isn't it? Sometimes you think, I will be finished at the time of death. No, you won't be. Continue to exist. What else are shlokas on the soul? Quickly, shlokas on the soul. Quick. There is one shloka that Srila Prabhupada quoted maximum in his entire preaching life.
Sarvadharmat parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja tam sarvakapyavam manishya.
No, sorry, not that one. That is number 2 actually. Naveen Prabhu, that's number 2. Number 1. Dehinosmin yatha dehi javanam jara tadha dehantara praptir dhirastatana muhyati. Prabhupada quoted this shloka the maximum in all his lectures. Can you imagine? Shloka on the soul. That the soul is traveling from the body of a child to the grown-up, to the old man at the time of death. How many times you remember this, right? Any other shlokas on the soul? Shlokas on the soul, please. Indestructible. न जायते मृते वा कदाचिन नायम भूतो भवितवान भूया जो नित्यम शाश्वतो यम पुरानो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Soul can never be killed. It was never born. न जायते मृते. It was not born. It will not be killed. Right? न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Nobody can kill the soul. Any other shlokas on the soul? There's a series of shlokas, right? So when actually we are sometimes troubled by the body, these are the shlokas that we should. In fact, it is explained that this is the first step in self-realization. If we are not this body, we are spirit soul. We are spiritual living entities. So these shlokas, we have to learn them, we have to assimilate them, and we have to recollect them. We have to remember them. Right? That is the purpose. Bhagavad Gita, we must actually, in fact, every Hindu is a duty to actually study Bhagavad Gita. We are willing to give our lives for Bhagavad Gita, but we don't have time to read Bhagavad Gita. Right? Somebody, if there is a war and somebody says, hey, you are Hindu, I'll throw your Bhagavad Gita on the ground and you will take your sword out. You say, don't do that. Gita is my book. Sir, do you have time to read it? No. So Bhagavad Gita is actually our manual. Manual. You know what is manual? When a car you are driving, And if you don't have a manual, then you don't know how to operate it. Right? Of course, nowadays the instruments that are coming are very smart. People are smart, so they don't need a manual. But still,
I still needed manual. My light thing, I don't know what it was.
manual.
Looking, what is that sign?
So this body is it's a car. Yantudani mayaya. Right? Ishvara sarva bhutani.
Uddeshya
Uddeshya Arjuna. Right? No, what is the shloka for yantra rudhani mayaya? Brahmayan sarva bhuteshu yantra rudhani mayaya. Right? So, Krishna is saying this is a yantra. And for this yantra, this machine, this vehicle, this body is like a machine. When a doctor, when a surgeon is treating the body, right, he sees this is a machine. How does this car operate? It's like a car. Doctor is nobody but a car mechanic. Don't tell them that. Tanya Mataji, hope you didn't hear that. Please don't tell Vivek Prabhu like that. Vivek Prabhu is a top surgeon. If we call him a mechanic, he'll be offended. It's a car mechanic. Why? This is a machine. It's a machine. So one machine needs a manual. Where is the manual for this machine?
Sure.
This is the machine. This is the manual. How many times we refer the manual? When the machine is not functioning properly. What do you mean by not functioning properly? When there is suffering. When there is distress. The machine is not working properly. How many times? Okay, done. Cook, okay. How many times we refer to the manual and say, hey, let me look at my manual and see why my mind is troubling me. Let me look at the manual. Please use this manual whenever you have any problem in your life. Hare Krishna. This Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita is a GPS. Global positioning system, right? What it does, the GPS is a map. What it does, you're on a journey and when we are lost, the GPS, the map gives us direction. So we are on a journey, we all are on a journey. Right? Journey home, journey within, right? Journey is going on. You're on a journey. And if we do not use our GPS or map properly, we will be lost. Right? Yesterday we were discussing that, the rat race. You know what is a rat race? Anybody knows what is rat race?
Everybody is running behind something.
Right. That is the analogy of that. But true rat race, like when we say a horse race, we know horses are running and competing. Which horse will come first? That's a horse race. What is a true rat race?
That will just go here and there, try to find this.
No, there's a race. The race means you have to have 5 rats together and competing, right?
It is saving itself, trying to save itself from the cat to avoid its death.
No, race means very simple. There has to be competitive rats. So how does the race takes place? So it is explained that the rat race happens on the wheel. Huh?
Hamster.
Yes.
Okay.
You know those things that you run the lawsuit? Yeah, it's called
Hamster.
Right. So it's like a round wheel, right?
yeah,
It's a circle.
it's a sphere.
Sphere.
It's like a globe.
It's like a globe. It's like a globe. And then the 5 rats are sitting on their own globes. And they're all running. What is happening? The rat race,
Going in.
Not going anywhere. Round and round. Same spot we are running. Like suppose you're running on the same spot on treadmill and you're saying, hey, please don't disturb me. I have to reach my destination. And you're looking at the person, you say, Prabhu, you are not even moving an inch. No, stop, don't disturb me. I'm busy. I need to get to my destination. But Prabhu, you are not even moving an inch. This is what's going on. Rat race. Right? So we are all in this rat race without knowing what's going on, whether I'm moving or not moving, whether I'm going in the right direction. Sometimes we get down from the treadmill and start running, but we start running in the wrong direction. When I came to this country about whatever 17, 18, 19 years back, when we would jump into the car to go somewhere, guess what was the most important thing we had to have with us?
Map. GPS.
Map.
No.
GPS at that.
GPS were not existing at that time.
Oh, 10 years back.
18 years back.
Oh, 18 years back. Maps.
Maps first thing we will go before starting the trip. One day before we'll go to the AAA. I say, hey, I'm going to Cincinnati. Please give me a map. Okay, lelo bhai. Put it in the car. Let's start driving. Then came those GPSs.
In 2003, we used Atlas only.
Right. Atlas was like the book. But nowadays we don't even see the Atlas. Right? Right? Then came the GPSs. Without GPSs, don't start your car, please. And now we have the GPS sitting inside the phone. You better have the app, right? Or if you have iPhone, then you have to have those Google Maps, whatever. Before you start the vehicle, you make sure your GPS, map, Atlas, or everything is all ready, and you punch in your address, and the address is right. Then you start the car. And as you start the car, what happens? What happens? What happens?
GPS will start up.
The Mataji will start talking and say, Prabhu, please turn left out of your driveway. Then go down for 1 mile and turn right on Interstate XYZ. And then we, like very obedient servants, we follow. Don't challenge.
No choice.
Right? No choice. We never become so submissive to anybody than the GPS lady. So just imagine in the material simple scenario, going from one place to another, we are willing to surrender. We are willing to surrender our false ego, surrender our intelligence also we are surrendering. Sometimes even though we are driving and we think, alright, this GPS is saying turn right, but I thought we have to go straight. He said, no, surrender. Just turn right quietly. What is that? I don't do that. Sometimes even then we do not surrender. Right? But then we have to surrender. Right? So, what are we supposed to? This Bhagavad Gita is the GPS. And we have to put this app into our head.
Even if we don't sometimes follow, still they try to reroute us to the right path.
Reroute us. They're very patient with us. Right? So same thing, instead of the lady here, whom do we have? Krishna. Krishna is actually becoming our personal guide. Tour guide. Personal. Krishna is becoming that. Krishna is saying, put this app in your head and I will guide you. And we start going in one direction. No, don't go this direction. Turn right. Even though sometimes we do not follow, Krishna will reroute. I say, okay, you didn't turn right here. Okay, now you do this. Constant guidance will come to help us reach our destination. How many times before we start our day, We read Bhagavad Gita. We switch on our Bhagavad Gita app. So this is Bhagavad Gita. Without Bhagavad Gita, we are all lost. We are all lost. If we are interested in actually going back home, back to Godhead, or interested in attaining spiritual perfection, there is no other book more powerful, more important than Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And actually, what is the essence and conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? 2 shlokas. What are the 2 shlokas? Essence of Bhagavad Gita. Essence of Bhagavad Gita. Man manava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyoshi me. Krishna is saying, always remember me, always think about me, always worship and pay your homage unto me. Always remember Krishna. Satatam smartavyam Krishna vismartamyam na jatuchit. Of all the instructions that we are reading in all the books, the conclusion is only 2 instructions. Always remember Krishna. And what is the other one?
Never forget Krishna.
Never forget Krishna. Always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. These are the 2. This is the essence of all the instructions. Read Gita, read Bhagavatam, jump up and down, dance, serve Bhoga, serve the lotus feet of devotees, or do whatever you're doing. What is the conclusion? Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna, which is what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. Man mana bhav mad bhakto madhyadi. And what is the second one? Yes, Manidu.
Sarvadharma Prabhu.
Let's remember Krishna and never forget him. And the same way.
Yeah.
Are they different? I'm just trying to understand. Is there any difference? Because never forget Krishna means you will
Never forget Krishna. Always remember Krishna.
They're same, right? Or are they?
What that tells us is remembering Krishna is actually so important. That you always remember Krishna and then you never forget Krishna. So what is the essence? Remember Krishna. Right? And that's what Krishna is saying in Man Mana Bhava. And second, what is the second shloka?
Sarvadharman Prabhu.
Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vrajaham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishami ma shucha. Krishna is saying, abandon all varieties of religion, surrender to me alone. In this way, you will come to me without. This way, I will actually deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Fear. You're all worried about some bad thing happening to us. Arey, mujhe ye ho jayega. If I don't do this, I will be in trouble. If I don't do that, I'll be. If I don't work my job, I'll lose my job. If I don't take care of my family, my children will beat me up. Oh, sorry. My wife will. Oh, no. Right? Constantly, we are just fear. Oh, if I don't go to this will happen. If I don't go, constantly fear. Or some sins, Oh, don't do this, don't do that. It's bad. Constantly. If I don't worship this demigod, he'll get mad at me and then something bad will happen. If I don't worship that demigod, this ritual I've been doing whole life, if I don't do this here, Durga Ma will get angry at me. Right? If I don't worship my boss and drink with him, then I'll be in trouble. Right? If I don't worship my wife and listen to her, then she'll beat me up. Or if I don't worship my husband and listen to him, he'll beat me up. Constant fear. Because we're all thinking something bad will happen. What is Krishna saying? Sarva dharman parityaja. Abandon everything else.
So peaceful.
All the varieties of religion that our mind has created. What is my dharma? My dharma is I create it every day. Every morning I wake up and create my dharma. When I wake up at 4, my dharma is wake up at 4. When I wake up at 7, my dharma is I wake up at 7. That's my dharma. I create it. If I speak a lie today, it becomes dharma. right? If today the way it works is, I cook in a certain way, that's the dharma. Tomorrow I change it, that becomes dharma. Every day we are creating new dharmas of the mind. Like sometimes people say, are you Hindu? Which means you are confused. Right? You don't know anything. At least the Muslims, they know that they have to do namaz 3 times a day. Hindu means he doesn't know whether I should do Gayatri or whether I should do this mantra or that mantra, which mantra. Khichdi. All dharmas. So Krishna is saying, don't worry about this. Muslim, Christian, Jain, Isai, Hindu, Muslim, whatever. Abandon everything.
So nice.
What do we do? Surrender to me. There's only one person you have to surrender to, not two. Only one. This is what promise Krishna is giving. He's saying, I will absolve you of all your sinful actions. Do not fear. This is a simple instruction of Bhagavad Gita. Essence of Bhagavad Gita. What did Arjuna do? He surrendered to Krishna. That is the solution. That is the decision that we have to make every phase in our life. Is when I speak like this, does this mean that this is surrender to Krishna? When a devotee is asking me, Prabhu, can you do this seva? If I say yes, is it surrender to Krishna? If I say no, is it surrender to Krishna? Right? Am I surrendering to Krishna? But how will we know all that? First, we need to understand what it means to surrender to Krishna, to understand what is Krishna saying in the Bhagavad Gita. Right? And Krishna will protect. Like Draupadi was trying to surrender to everybody else. Nobody helped. So much she had, so much protection. When she surrendered to Krishna, Krishna, okay, I am completely surrendered now. Then Krishna came to rescue. Gajendra surrendered to his own powers, to his own Shakti. Gajendra was a power king of the elephants. You know how powerful elephants are? This is a very powerful elephant. And he was thinking, I have so many of my relatives, all elephant relatives. Huh? Not that he had mosquito relatives. Right? So here you are entering into a battle with all your relatives are also there with you on your side. Great confidence. We also have displayed that confidence. We say, look at my entire situation. I have $1 million. I have my wife and children. They will protect me. My children have so much business. They have so much money. And then I have so much, my relatives have so much everything. I am so safe and secured. Nothing to worry. Right? Gajendra was like that. Super background. For 1,000 celestial years, Gajendra was fighting on his confidence. That I'll win. Our battle is for a few 50, 60 years. That's our battle. We are fighting. Nah, I have it. Look at my intelligence. I have been intelligent all my life. And I have made so many good decisions. How can I go wrong now? I will do it. I will fight it. Right? What happened? When he completely realized that no use. And then what he did with his trunk, he had arms also. He lifted both his arms and then he utilized whatever he had so nicely. We can't do that like Gajendra because we don't have a trunk. Right? We have a limitation. See? Gajendra had 2 arms and he had a trunk. So what he did, he raised his 2 arms. And then with the trunk, he offered a flower. So if at all we have to become elephant in the future, remember this. There is an advantage.
3 things will come.
Right? So he surrendered. Krishna, help me. Sarva dharman parityaja. Now my wife, now my relatives, now my background, my money, nothing is going to save me, my Lord. Sarva dharman parityaja. So this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. If we can do that, Krishna will be with us, guiding us at every step in our life. And very fearlessly, we will cruise through, right, this ocean of material existence, which is actually very unpleasant, which is very troublesome. Dukhalayama Shashvatam, we were discussing last time, Mrityu Loka. And then we will be able to very peacefully make our life successful. Right? Make those decisions, the tough decisions in life, we will be able to take. And we will be able to Janma Sarthak Kari Kar Parupkar. We will be able to perfect our lives and we will be able to help others. So on this day, let us continuously churn the shlokas of the Gita. Churn. And as we are churning, so it's not mechanically, okay, today I will recite all the shlokas. Prabhuji, pura Gita padunga main aaj. Right? Or I'll recite shlokas twice. No, that's there. But as we are reciting these shlokas, our heart is actually crying out, my dear Lord, just as Arjuna was in such a difficult situation, mera bhi aisa hi halat hai. I'm also like that, unable to decide so many things. I'm stuck, confused, bewildered. My dear Lord, dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara tata dehantara praptir dhirastatra yati. Is vibrating the Sanskrit shlokas and the mind, the ears are hearing these shlokas and the intelligence is trying to understand the meaning of the shlokas. The heart has to pray. Please do not make this mechanical activity. The heart has to pray. Krishna, please shower your mercy upon me. Right? So even if some shlokas are being chanted that we do not understand, will it happen like that? Some shlokas you will not understand?
Yes.
Namishan Prabhu? Right? What will we do? Keep on chanting with faith. These words are Krishna's words. They are powerful. Like the doctor. The doctor gives you medicine. Do you ask, what is there in this medicine? How will it cure my disease? I have cold. Does this particular chemical in this medicine cure my cold? Do we ask all those things? आप मेडिसिन दे रहे हो, कितनी बार खाना है, कैसे खाना है, how many times you have to eat, how? Take one tablet 3 times a day. Take the tablet. And then what happens? Does it work?
Yes.
It works. So the shlokas of Bhagavad Gita are like that. They are these medicine doses. But with faith, we have to take them in prayer. And the shlokas will purify us. So that is the meditation today's prayer. My dear Lord, let me make Bhagavad Gita as my only goal of life. Let me make Krishna as the only goal of life. Let me read the shlokas. Let me pray to Krishna. Let me show him I'm sincere. Please install this Bhagavad Gita app in my head today. And believe it or not, I will give you written guarantee. And I can sign it in blood if you want. That if you actually pray like that and pray for the installation of the app in your head and chant these shlokas with that kind of a desire, you will never be in any trouble. Krishna says, Neha Bhikramanashusi Pratyavayana Vidyate Swalpam api yasya dharmasya trayatu mahatobhaya. Krishna will pull us out from the most dangerous type of thing. All the things of this world will fail, but there's one thing which will never fail. What is that? Ram Ban. Ram Ban. Krishna Ban. Krishna will never fail. Krishna will never fail. Right? So this is our meditation for today. We are so fortunate that this day has appeared on Bhagavad Gita on Saturday. So it's a day off. So weekdays, sometimes when auspicious days come on weekdays, we say, Prabhuji, we go going to work. Busy I am. And then sometimes the auspicious days come on weekend, we say, Prabhuji, weekends are more busy than the weekdays. Because we have so many things to do on the weekend. So when do we have free days? There is no free day. Supposedly the weekends are better, right? So at least on weekends, today Saturday, free day, right? Let us utilize. Let's utilize our time properly. The mind is like that. On free days, we are freely wasting time. We just space out. चलो आज थोड़ा extra सोएंगे, चलो थोड़ा extra कुछ करेंगे. We'll watch something, we'll play something, and we'll just, if nothing is there to do, we'll just gossip and chit chat, or we'll just go to the mall and do some window shopping. So sometimes winters are better because outside is cold, so people are not enthusiastic to go out. So nevertheless, let us take full advantage of this opportunity. Today, from 3 to 6:30, we will be reciting, for all devotees of Pittsburgh, we'll be reciting shlokas, together. Very important. When we come together, the Shakti is amazing. Right? So we'll be chanting together loudly, enthusiastically, prayerfully. We will take shelter of Bhagavad Gita. Right? So let us join for these beautiful opportunities, and let us make an attempt to read all the translations also before and after this session, right? Because otherwise, how many of you have read all the translations of Bhagavad Gita?
Me, Prabhu.
Start to finish. Have you read, Dhruva Prabhu?
9th chapter.
Gita sab translate pad liya? Devotees on the hangout.
I read, Prabhu.
Wonderful. So today, please make sure. It would have been nice for all of us to sit together and read the translations also. But I know due to whatever of limitations and everything, please make it a point that individually take that responsibility. Collectively, we will all take responsibility. 3 to 6:30, we will all chant together. Collectively. Together. Let's serve each other. Let's help each other. It's so boring when you chant alone Hare Krishna. And when there's 5 devotees, it's so enriching. If we are helping each other. I'm dependent on Kalyan Prabhu. I'm dependent on Pradeep Prabhu. I'm dependent on Dhruva Prabhu. I'm dependent on Mani Prabhu. Right? Why I'm dependent? Because they're helping me chant. We are helping each other. This is the best help, I'm telling you. If there is any help that we can help each other, this is the best. Help each other in the Krishna consciousness. So we're depending. Same thing, we're depending on each other to chant the shlokas nicely. Together we come like one family. And we chant. Right? So collectively we will do that. But individually, please take responsibility. We have from now until midnight, so many hours, 3.5 hours deduct for the recitation. Remaining hours, probably it will take 3 hours. Individually read. Maybe one chapter at a time. You sit down on the corner. Read the translation. And I'll tell you, it will be very sweet. Very sweet. So thank you all very much. I spoke too much, but wish you all very happy Gita Jayanti. And please, 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 let us all pray to the Lord to let us live a life purely based on the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Any questions or comments?
Conference call in the evening.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
We don't. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Vancha.
Mitrapadanam Pavanebhyo Vishnavebhyo Namo Namantu Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Namishan Prabhu ki jai.
Amazing class, bro. Very good.
It's because of you. So today we are actually fortunate. We have Namishan Prabhu. He's come from Dallas just to be with us. And Namishan Prabhu is a very, very sincere Vaishnava. You know, constantly I get inspiration from him. In fact, last month he was there in Vrindavan for one whole month. And out of that 3 weeks, he was at Govardhan. And every day he was doing Govardhan Parikrama. And he was reading Prabhupada's books for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Something that some of us probably, didn't even dream to do. And of course, Namishan Prabhu is such a sincere devotee, constantly engaged in services, trying to think how to serve, how to please devotees, how to make progress in spiritual life. So we are so honored. Namishan Prabhu, thank you.
Actually, pleasure is all mine. I've been desiring to come and meet all the devotees at Pittsburgh. Shamsundar Prabhu has been my continuous source of inspiration. He's the one who, has helped me progress. And whatever little progress I've made, is all because of Shamsundar Prabhu. And, continuously I've been on Shamsundar Prabhu's calls on Thursday. Every Thursday he has a call. And, he inspires us so much. And, he added me to the WhatsApp group on Pittsburgh, and I'm so inspired to see how much energy is here. So, that's why I thought I should come and, get everybody's association. So, thank you for having me here. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hari Om. Namishan Prabhu ki jai. So afternoon we will have more devotees come and we will have chanting. Jai Ho, Hare Krishna. So now we have some
Hare Krishna.
What is it?
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, you explained how to read Bhagavad Gita. It was very nice, Prabhuji. I heard first time. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Jai Ho, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you.